we're back. How did you like dessert? That dessert was prepared tonight by Margaret and the kitchen staff and KT Catering. So please put your hands together one more time for Margaret. So what that song told us tonight is a chance for us to rejoice and relive some of the awesome memories. Now, we have talked about several aspects of what CUC is, and the word friendship keeps coming back. Now, I could stand here for hours and tell you stories of some of the things that we've lived through, like during Music Man, for instance, how during 76 trombones, none of the cast knew the words. None of them. Or say for Brendan, how he overuses the word fantastic and sweet all the time. Every other word is either fantastic or sweet. Right? Or for instance, let's say how the band always shoots darts at Brendan during the performance to keep him on target. But I won't bore you with all those stories right now. When we were coming to put this show on tonight, we asked the cast, both past and present, to throw some stories at us and tell us what the friendships meant to them. And we got one letter from Sandy, and I'd like to read that for you now, because I truly believe it grasps what we're aiming for. In the early years of the musical, a group of us as a cast, let's try that again. In the early years of the musical, a group of us met as cast members and then became friends. As we moved on into our adult lives, these friendships continued and became the sort of friendships you couldn't live without. These became the first people we called when we announced we were coming out, moving out, engaged, or expecting a baby. These were the ones we turned to when our lives turned upside down and were falling apart. We became so much more than castmates and even more than friends. We became roommates, road trippers, co-workers, house sitters, neighbors, bridesmaids, groomsmen, husbands, wives, godparents, aunts, and uncles. We've attended each other's weddings and births. We've traveled around the world and around the country together. We've seen each other at our best and at our worst. And we continue to dress up and gather each year for Christmas Din Din. It's hard to believe that all of this began in the church basement singing songs and doing the box step. Yet, here we are. 15 years later, and still such important parts of each other's lives. Where would we be without CUC? So we've talked a lot about the cast and what it's meant to us, but there's a lot of stuff that isn't seen behind the scenes and the people that do that. When I come back, we're going to talk about that.